Staring at the stars in the back of my car. Trying to figure out just who we are. Catching moments on our phones, taking pictures, call it home. Picking words out of our favorite songs, our favorite songs. We can stay up all night. Yeah, we'll show them we were right. The city is ours for life. Will you take my hand tonight? We can stay up all night. Yeah, we'll show them we were right. Will you take my hand tonight? Will you take my hand tonight? Yeah, we'll show them we were right. Will you take my hand tonight? We can stay up all night. Yeah, we'll show them we were right. Will you take my hand tonight? Will you take my hand tonight? Wearing cheap perfume, smoking the rain. I make you laugh, trying to heal the pain. Now we're stuck in hotels, missing home. Getting fucked up on our own. Trying to find the place where we belong, where we belong. We can stay young together. We can go on forever. We can tell them that we just don't care. Run through the street and you flick your hair. We can fall like a feather. We can get lost whenever. We can talk till the morning, dream without a warning, you and I. We can stay up all night. Yeah, we'll show them we were right. The city is ours for life. Will you take my hand tonight? We can stay up all night. Yeah, we'll show them we were right. Will you take my hand tonight? Will you take my hand tonight? We can stay young together. We can go on forever. We can tell them that we just don't care. Run through the street and you flick your hair. We can fall like a feather. We can get lost whenever. We can talk till the morning, dream without a warning, you and I. Will you take my hand tonight? Yeah, will you take my hand tonight? Will you take my We can stay up all night. Yeah, we'll show them we were right. The city is ours for life. Will you take my hand tonight? We can stay up all night. Yeah, we'll show them we were right. Will you take my hand tonight? Will you take my hand tonight? My hand tonight. My hand tonight. My hand tonight.
Over the mirror, tell me what you see. 'Cause I see scratches, a scratch all over me. Out of the summer, out of the love, of the pain.
Right now. I have like a bunch of shit though that's like just in my bank, but it's not like, I don't know.
Just hoarding resources. Yeah, at one point I had like 40 greater eternal essences, and I'm like, oh, I should start liquidating these.
Sorry guys, I'm back.
So you still see chat here when you're mind visioning someone else?
Yeah, well right now I'm mind visioning those warriors right in front of me.
Okay.
But yes, I see chat here when I'm watching Austin
AFK at the flight bastard.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, welcome to the stream. Trying to get back into the swing of things, see how
Full grade Kodo.
we get this going. I'm having to get everything all kind of like set up
That's
again.
The mount gets dazed by the ghoul. That's embarrassing. There we go. Off travel for him. It's just
Corey, I'm fixing to mute you here in a second.
I like it.
What did you say? I had you turned down so low.
You know, it's fine. I'm just keep watching you. Ooh, who's this? Sneak and peek. The hunter with tier 2 helmet. Very cool. Oh no! Oh, he's getting gangbanged by ghouls. This is hard to watch, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, muting you. What's up, Seattle? Yes, I can see chat. I'm just like trying to get like 10 things set up all at the same time, so it's taking me a second. But yes, I can see chat. What's up, homie?
I always hate in Eastern Plaguelands that friggin' mounted guard that walks through that doesn't render until you're like aggro it. You know what I'm talking about? Walking on the road. Yeah, fuck those people, man. I feel like they never render until I'm right on top of them.
Snow day, huh? Why are you annoyed about that? I have Corey muted, by the way. If he says anything significant, let me know.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you gotta make up the work on you, and I feel that. I know what you mean. We had similar when I was in high school. We had fires going on here, and we had a week off of school, and it was like the same thing. It kind of screwed up just like the schedule.
He's muted.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, did you mute him because you're being a dingus and he called you out? I was like,
No, I have like 7 tabs open that I'm trying to like fucking set this shit up, and he's like, his volume was fucking super loud compared to you guys, so it's like he's like yelling at what's happening on my screen while I have like fucking 5 tabs going. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That'd be very annoying. He could have just told you when to turn. He could have called out directions.
I know, right?
Could someone else eat, by the way?
Oh yeah. Mark, you can still soft res if you're. Are you in here?
Yeah.
Red, are you gonna give me any water, or you just?
We have a lot of shit to tell people tomorrow when we get into raid.
I know. I started a list.
Okay, what's your list? Let's hear it.
It's in the. It's on the tab, the Google Doc.
Okay.
That's another tab. Hold on, let me open that one.
Sheet 4.
Shit, dude, repair box are 25 gold. I was wondering how much those cost.
They're like 12, 15 gold a piece.
Oh, I see. For 2 of them.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, and then I started that transaction tab thing we had talked about, Ryan. What do I have so far? I have pushing 2 hours, telling the DPS to res that can res first res. Wait, can I have some water rid? Oh, he's AFK. That makes more sense why he wasn't trading me anything.
Austin, can you cure my disease?
No, I can't do diseases. That's Corey's job. I have review soft res / parse requirement. BOEs for the bank for consumables for BOL or BWL. Then I have core raid team, which was basically just going to be a point of like, we're anticipating everyone that's here is intending on being part of the core raid team. And just if that's not the case, or there's some reason that you're not interested in BWL or you're not going to be here or something, just let us know so that we can account for it. And then
Wait, can I back you up? What does DPS that can res always res first mean?
it means the shamans, Ellie and enhanced shamans and shadow priest should always be the ones rezzing right away, because what slows down the pool,
Which way do you want me to clear, Corey? What do you need from here? Okay, well, which way do you guys want to go first? Okay.
And then I have core raid team, and then I have enchants for BWL, which is basically just that everyone needs to have like enchants, with the exception of if you have a really shitty weapon, you don't have to get like plus healing or spell damage on it.
I've basically not been enchanting shit until I get a piece of rapier.
All the like armor enchants are all really inexpensive, but like I can see that like not having the weapon thing is fine, but for progression content, like people need to have everything enchanted, with maybe the exception of if you have like a blue weapon that you don't have. I mean, like Crusader's like what, like 70 gold? It's very different than like the spell power enchant that's like 250 gold. Like, I don't think that should be mandatory for everyone, but
I think Crusader's like 90 or 100, but it's still a lot less.
well, it's only one orb, right? It's one orb and 4 shards.
I think it's 2 orbs. Is it not?
I don't know. You would know better than me.
I just got it. Logged on, so I can't look. Let me
I
see.
haven't gotten it in a long time.
Don't you have it, Corey?
You have a
Do you have
Crusader,
Crusade?
right?
How many orbs is
How
it?
many righteous orbs? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not Moonkin tanking this time, Seattle. I'm just DPSing. Sabbath is
Yeah, I'm not
tanking.
going crazy.
Just mess around. I just posted another video, a Moonkin tanking video though.
Did you have to buy it, or did you farm it?
We bought it for him as a guild.
Oh, nice.
We wanted to have one.
I
We wanted to
farmed
have it in the guild. Oh yeah?
Took me like 3 hours, maybe?
Oh, you were able to get it though?
Yeah.
Wait, so should we not go this way? I don't know if we can clear back, can we?
What are we trying to do? Because I have Corey muted. I'll unmute him. I didn't hear what he said.
God damn. Just turn him down.
I did.
Just have to keep bringing that up. Well, I don't think we can clear back from the dead side, but I know we can clear back from the live side.
Yeah, you can do live and then the undead. You can't do it the other way around because you get locked in that gate.
Okay. Should we have just
Let's
started
go this way, right? Top.
No, people still start in this entrance.
Yeah, this is
More shaman tank videos, dude. I will. I'm down to do that if I ever get to like leveling my shaman. So I actually today boosted a.
like twice in classic because I hate it a lot.
Hold on, let me make sure the volume of Discord is not that
If you
high.
Get lost. Keep yelling out directions.
Let me turn them down a little bit.
Well, priest stopping. No.
Let me do this. Hold on, then I'll answer you. But yeah, what I was gonna say is I actually boosted a druid on retail today. Crazy enough. So what I was thinking is I'll play balance in retail some, and then play balance on classic to kind of compare the two. just because I thought that'd be kind of like a fun comparison. And basically, Druid in Classic is very new for me, and I've played a lot of Druid in general in the past, but I haven't played Druid at all in BFA. And so I've started playing my Hunter a little bit the last like week, but my concern is if I go to the new content on my Hunter that I'm basically going to be burnt out pretty quick because I don't know, like I know all of that. It'll feel really similar if I'm playing my Hunter and I'm playing like something like BM that's a pretty like repetitive play style. So my thought process was like, if I'm going to play the new content at all, I might as well try out like a new spec. So I got a boost for pre-ordering. I'm going to put my desk up. I got a boost for pre-ordering the expansion. And then, so I just had a free boost, and I only have like 3 classes that I haven't leveled to max level. And then, so I used one of them on a Druid, and then, yeah, we'll see. I don't have a huge desire to play it a lot, especially because BWL is coming out in a few weeks. And so, like, the couple days leading up to Raid and then Raid is kind of like my favorite days when it comes to Classic. But, like, on the weekend and stuff like that, for example, I could see playing some BFA again and starting to, like, gear up and mess with the balanced Druid and kind of learning that. You can do boosts in Classics. You can, yeah, in Classic you can definitely like boost. You can have a 60 run you through content, and you get less experience per kill if you're doing it with like 5 normal people, but you do it way faster. So it's still a pretty efficient way of leveling alts or whatever. It's very quick as far as like hours played. It's very fast. No, there's no 1 to 60 boost for Classic. I'd be honest, I'd be very surprised if they did that. I think it would piss a lot of people off, but I also did not think they would, for sure, thought they would not do paid character transfers like to our server, to Herod, that's so popular. And they did that. So my thought process of what is likely or not, I don't know how accurate that is. But currently there's no paid character boosts in Classic. Who? Yo, I'm gonna need that for off spec. Is that chill? I have literally no mana when we pulled this.
Dude, this guy's leveling 530 wins, 4 shamans, and 1 warrior. Winter.
Standing desk, yeah. I got like an adjustable desk because I was like on the computer because I had the same setup at my office with my like desk chair and stuff, and my back was like hurting. I was like, felt like a fucking old dude. So I got like an adjustable standing desk, and it's way better. At least because when I get home, I have one that's like a shittier version at my office, but I usually just am sitting down the whole day at the office anyway. But then that way when I come home, I can like stand up and stuff. It's so sick. It's definitely by far like super worthwhile investment. Definitely recommend the standing desk. Hey, Mark, do you still want a soft res?
Yeah.
Because I asked earlier and you just didn't respond, so I don't. What do you want a soft res? Okay, okay. Do you know how the soft res works?
Yeah, I do one thing.
Yeah, so you can still roll on other things. You basically pick the thing you want the most. Dude, I'm hyped for Molten Core tomorrow. So we started the soft res. This is the first week that we're doing it, and I'm actually really stoked on it because I feel like it's exceptionally shitty for balanced druids if you don't do soft res because all of the mages and warlocks. Am I gonna stream it? I might stream it. But all the mages and warlocks, even if their tier gear isn't BIS, it's like good. So they have the ability to get like a full good set of gear, whereas like for druids, like I have no chest piece outside of random dungeon blues. I have no belt outside of Banthok Sash, which is another fucking blue. Same with like all the armor pieces basically. My tier 1 helmet is okay. My bracers are okay. So like, and then I also need the weapon upgrades and the trinkets and the rings that everyone else needs. So it's really fucked because it's like you need everything, but you're having to roll against every single caster for every single thing. Whereas a lot of the classes, it's like, you know, the tier gear, as you're raiding with the same guys, gets progressively easier and easier and easier to get because more and more people have it. So it's kind of disproportionate. It's like I'm running with like kind of shitty gear compared to everyone, and I have a shitty weapon, and I have shitty trinkets. It's annoying. But I don't know if I'm going to stream raid. So I'm master loot in our raid. So my only hesitation to streaming it is it's hard for me. Like I can't really interact that much with chat because I'm having to like talk a good amount in disc and like really pay attention. So my hesitation with streaming is that I don't know how fun of a stream it would be. But I was considering like oh fuck, I didn't mean to hit that. I was considering like prefacing that and still streaming because I'm sure there are some people that would like to just see like perspective on the raid. But yeah, that's my only hesitation is it's just not it's fun. I enjoy raid a lot, but it's usually kind of hectic for me because I'm like, people are whispering me about loot. I'm having to pay attention to make sure people are getting the right shit, and we're doing the soft res system, which I have to kind of pay attention to more shit. And then occasionally, depending on like what's going on or what, Sabbath is the other person kind of like leading simultaneously, is like our main tank. And it's just, I don't know how attentive I'd be able to be, which I don't know, maybe that's not that big a deal. Maybe people are down and just chill and watch and listen to music and kind of see how we run raid. We'll see. I have to decide. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I definitely can stream it. It's not like it's like graphically intensive or something where it would be like a problem. I was more thinking of would it be enjoyable content. But I'm down to try it, and then if, you know, worst case, no one tunes in and I just don't do it next week or whatever. But I'm stoked. I actually really, it's funny because I thought I wasn't gonna really like raiding at all. This tier, or like, I thought the initial, like I was excited for Nax obviously and like later content, and I'm surprised how much I genuinely really enjoy running Molten Core with 40 people. And it's like, it's a lot more work, it's more coordination by far than like retail, you know, PvE content, because you can just instance queue everything and just teleport all over the fucking world. But it's turned out like I've really, really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I think it'd be good to see, plus you're offshore working for another week of nights. Yeah, I mean, I think if there's a handful of people that are interested in seeing it, I'm happy to like stream it. It's not like there's any kind of like private reason why I wouldn't stream it. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll probably just do something like that, either be silent or like preface it that I'm not talking very much or whatever. I just really want to make sure I don't fuck up, because I haven't fucked up anything on looting yet, and I want to make sure I don't fuck up something regarding like doing master looter and then like because I'm streaming and not paying attention, you know what I mean? So I just want to be, that's my priority. I don't want to accidentally fuck something up and tilt someone or piss someone off unintentionally. So once all the updates are added to Classic, should it be free to play? Like you're saying when it gets to like phase 6? Is that what you mean by updates are added? I honestly think Classics, I think retail should be free to play. Classic is a little different because there's not nearly the type of microtransactions in the game. It's funny because I've talked with my buddies about this a lot, just in general. And it's if you think of it, 15 years ago, right? Everyone always talks about like Classic's 15-year-old game and blah blah blah. 15 years ago, the purchase subscription business model was like that was what you did. That was like the only option, right? So it made sense. It wasn't weird. Like no one got pissed about it. And then League came out, which was in a completely free-to-play game that just killed it. Like, just did amazingly well, and it was a completely new, at least on that scale, it was a completely new business model. I mean, it was like all microtransactions, free-to-play, and in-game purchases were the 100% that they funded any of their development. And so then eventually, 15 years later, WoW has now implemented basically that same, aspect, but still is charging all the old bullshit that they did initially. So they're really double dipping a lot. I know there's a lot of videos and stuff on that, people talking about it, but they really are double dipping. You shouldn't have microtransactions for a bunch of stuff in game and then also have a base cost to buy the game and also have a subscription. It's like that's too much. You just added all these different things into monetizing the game, which feels bad. And it's feel like player psychology is really shitty on that too, right? Because it feels bad paying a sub, paying for the game, and then like you're like, well, fuck, do I also want to buy other, shit in game? And it's like it's just not a positive feeling. Whereas like I've spent a stupid amount of money on League of Legends, but I'm not bitter about spending the money. It's like all of the transactions have been completely voluntary, and it's like a very positive psychological experience from like a buyer perspective, right? It's a really interesting topic. I'm sure there's a bunch of studies and stuff on it, but I think about that all the time. I'm like, they could monetize this so much better because people get so pissed about that. People get disproportionately pissed about that when it comes to Classic or just WoW in general, honestly. Fuck! I tried to moonfire that shit. I didn't get it quick enough. All right, innervate. Let's do it. Oh, I should have innervated him. It's okay. Should maybe pay attention. Oh yeah, you gotta love the Starfire interrupt stuns. It's one of my favorite things, dude. When you get lucky with a couple like good stuns in a row that happen to also interrupt, feels real good. Hopefully there's not an issue with YouTube streaming. I've had issues with that in the past with copyright issues with music. Like if I play this is a copyright free playlist. Yeah, the lo-fi beats while I stream. I know. Usually I just play Spotify like on shuffle. And Twitch, it doesn't matter at all. Twitch, I can play any music and it's totally fine. But YouTube always will like just arbitrarily just shut off the stream. You guys like my fat deeps right there? don't know, I just feel like Blizz being greedy and could charge people like $50 for Classic instead of attaching it to subs. I agree. I agree with that, especially if they got to. So the big question is going to be what do they do once it's like at the end? Once it gets to phase 6, like I am assuming they're going to release Classic TBC. I'd be very surprised if they don't, because I think Classic has been more successful and popular than they anticipated. And so I think they will want to, and it'll be an incentive for them and to keep a player base to have it. I wish that they would have WoW Classic, whether it's TBC or not, be separate from your normal WoW sub. I do agree with that. I could see once it's in its like final form, but the question is like, what does it say? Is the question is when it's at phase 6 or whatever the end of the thing is, whenever like before the next expansion would come out, are they gonna like copy paste everyone's characters over, or is Classic then gone forever? Like does everyone just lose all of their, like you can never play Classic again, and basically it's just this whole cyclical thing and you're just kind of stuck not going through it? In my opinion, what they should do is leave those servers like up and then have a new server that just copies your character progression over to a new server that now has like additional content available. So like you can still go back and raid Nax, or if you wanted to make an alt in Classic, you could go make an alt and go raid Nax or BWL or whatever at level 60 with only level 60s on the server. I think that would be really cool, and I don't think it would be that hard for them to like copy paste the servers. But I'm sure it's a question of like, is that financially make any sense for them? But yeah, I can see if they're not doing any more content updates and they're not changing anything or patching anything, it doesn't make sense for there to be a sub attached to it, for sure. I agree with that.
The details just kill me. Austin, what do you have to say about this?
I'm not listening to you guys. What did you say? No, I didn't mute you guys. I was not paying attention. What'd you say?
Can we add links to the spreadsheet?
Why won't you give the rest of guild leadership edit access to your spreadsheet?
No, I don't. That sounds. Those are both terrible ideas. What do you need links to? What?
I just think it'd be easier for people to like click through it.
Wait, what do you mean links?
I have it all on another spreadsheet. That's what I was saying. If you wanted to give me links to each item, like to WoWhead, like just to be
No, I don't want to have hyperlinks in that. Because people don't know what the item does, or why is that necessary at this point? Like you don't know what cauterizing band is, you don't have Atlas loot in game?
About 30 seconds. Yeah, it's gonna take them a little time to do it.
It would take you 30 seconds to put hyperlinks to every single item in the spreadsheet.
I told you before, I sent you a whole spreadsheet with all of this stuff already on it.
Right, but yours was formatted weird and it looked terrible.
We were literally just talking about how yours looks like dog shit.
Well, that's fine. You're not the one that has to manage it, so don't worry about it.
And I'm offering to help.
This is some weird power trip shit you're going on, right? I want a new font.
We're getting distracted from being cool. I'm offering to help.
Right, the way I have it set up is really clean and easy to like rinse and repeat it over and over again, which is why I don't want to add a bunch of other unnecessary clutter to it. Because if it's 70 tabs eventually and it has a bunch of fucking hyperlinks and stuff for people to look at gear from content we've been clearing for.
There's only 6 exaggeration.
I know, yeah. There's a method behind the madness, and it's so that it's easy and it's consistent and everyone can see what's going on every single raid, and that it doesn't delete a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna delete every tab. Like the tab that's currently there is going to exist after this week's raid, so that people know that people reserved it that week and all that. So it's gonna be something that's clean and like obvious for everyone.
Are you planning on making a new tab for each week?
Yes.
Or are you just gonna... Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a new tab, and then I'll date and put old on the old tab, so that it's obvious. If people wanted to look back, they can look back, but mostly so that there's like a ledger basically of what everyone rezzed each week that doesn't go away.
I'll get wrecked up.
And I did start it by doing hyperlinks, and then I was like, this is stupid. Everyone's gonna know what the fucking items are.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they can just look it up on Atlas Looter. They can look it up on Wowhead and do it that way.
If you're gonna do that, just so we don't have just a bajillion tabs just like cluttering, can we hide everything other than like the week previously?
Yeah, that's fine. We haven't gotten to that point yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first like 2 or 3 tabs will be the relevant ones. However I do it, it'll be so that the front part of the document, the first part you see is what's going to be relevant.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't realize you were setting it up like that.
TBC should already be in the works. I'm sure it is. I would be super surprised if they don't have TBC like planned. Yeah, I would be surprised. I think there's like a 99% chance that it's already going. They've had new content but not raise level cap. I know if the whole Classic Plus thing I think is a cool idea. I would be fine with that if they had it like stopped at 60 and then they also had TBC. There's a bunch of ways they can do it, honestly. Like there's a bunch of ways they could do it that would be cool and like would all be successful. I'm sure they're kind of still trying to like put feelers out. Yeah, Classic Plus, I could see them doing only if they can figure out a way to put microtransactions in the game to where it's basically as profitable for them as retail is. Otherwise, from like a development standpoint, I don't think it would financially make sense for them to do it. I'm also a little hesitant because, in my opinion, all of Blizzard's older content was better than their more recent releases. Legion was cool, but aside from that, the more recent shit wasn't that cool, right? Like, I would argue all of BFA basically up until now has been pretty crap. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm hesitant that whatever they come out with for Classic Plus is going to suck, right? That's my only hesitation, where I know TBC will like for sure be sick. Like everyone will be stoked on it. It'll be super successful. There's a bunch of people that are more interested in TBC and like that better than Classic, like vanilla. So I know there's going to be a part of that kind of exists. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm really, if they do bring TBC out, it'll be really fun because for me specifically, because balance gets really good in Burning Crusade. It gets more fun and it gets more viable. And like all the tier gear, like for me, I'm kind of screwed with like the tier gear being only resto based with the exception of tier 2.5. And all the tier gear in BC you can pick like between the specs, right, when you go to turn it in. There's a lot of changes that they made in Burning Crusade that were insanely positive as far as just like player experience. So I'd be so hyped for Burning Crusade. 8.3 content looks so complicated. I know. I was saying, I don't know if you were in here earlier. I was saying I just boosted a druid actually on retail and started kind of messing with it. And I'm like, I don't know if I have the energy for this. I get kind of like overwhelmed. It's like if you haven't been playing retail, it's like when you come back from like a 3-month being away of retail, it's like all the PvE stuff is so like just overwhelming. It's like all your gear is completely irrelevant. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of brutal. But we'll see. We'll see. I think once BWL comes out that I probably won't play retail for a while, but I could see the few weeks like here leading up that I could play some retail like on the weekends and stuff. How's the volume on this? Can you guys hear the music and stuff or not really? Is it very low?
That's honored goal.
Turn up low. I need to mess with my volumes a little bit. I haven't like... Not at all. Yeah, no you can.
That's what I'm saying, man. I was right at the cutoff last week.
Can you hear them in Discord right now, Seattle? Yeah, just barely good. I have them turned down because they're just talking about a bunch of random shit. What he was arguing with me about earlier, it wasn't arguing with me, but he's telling me to put, I just put together a like soft res list, like loot list for MC. And he's wanting me to put, or wanting to put hyperlinks in it, which I don't want to do. Like people know what Staff of Domination is. We don't need to hyperlink it into this fucking document. Come on, combat. There's shit over here? We gotta tell him to do it then. He said he would do it, but I think it will actually be a pain in the ass. I'm the one that's kind of like doing the input, like the data entry part of it. And I don't want to like do that and be accidentally clicking hyperlinks and shit. I don't want to mess with that. If people don't know the item that they want to soft res, then I don't have that much sympathy. It's like the point of the soft res is for you to soft res your best item. So it's like if you don't know what that is, that's on you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do for Blackwing later with you then, Corey, too. See if like
Could do if we end up
half and half.
to expand back to Sunday. Do both MC and the Black Lair.
Yeah.
Did like MC on Thursday and then
I think right now I was gonna try to do both, or do both days for Blackwing Lair, and then we'd try to just do like throw in an MC another night.
Dude. 400 DPS that pull. Let's go. You get a couple crits, man. You like really pop off. I'm super stoked for BWL to come out. BWL and ZG. Like AQ and Nax will be fun content.
But hopefully our clear
But
time is quick.
once BWL and ZG come out, we have so many options of gear. It's gonna be like, it's gonna literally feel like a different, completely different game. For balanced druid specifically. Like right now, the complete like lack of options as far as gearing makes it feel like very like rigid. You don't really have any options or anything like that. It's kind of frustrating, but
Start that on Thursday, so people are feeling good coming into Blackwing Lair. Yeah, it's fucking freeze. Can we beat up Domo again?
popping off, dude. This is the boss, right? Yeah, Cannon, what's his face?
Alright, take it easy, Mom. Have a good night. Alright, guys. I want you to try to pull off right away, okay? Okay, I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know if you guys heard him. He said, okay, I want you to try and pull aggro at the beginning of the pull. Just front load all that damage, had a 800 DPS opener. Oh, dude. Those crits feel so good, baby. What do I get for pulling off you in the first 5 seconds?
You gave me good practice. Did he hit you with anything?
I mean, my health was not 100% right there, so I'm guessing, yeah. The
Does anybody actually want that trinket? That's kind of interested in collecting it.
yeah, Cannon Master, Arcane Bolt hit me, then he shot me, then Rifleman shot me. Yeah, he hit me twice, it looks like. I don't want that trinket. You can take the trinket.
Trying to in Molten Core, the bosses do their stuff a lot slower. If I can get her down like real smooth in dungeon, it's gonna be better. Great.
What's up, new people?
I can do that.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're trying to get back into the streaming habit. I figured this would be, I keep getting a bunch of questions on any of the videos I'm posting, so I figured this would be a good way of answering a lot of those rather than having to text them out on my phone.
First of all, it's not a diamond, that's a star. Second of all, the trap symbol is the blue square. Yeah, 100%. The star is sap.
These guys are all talking shit to each other in Discord. It's pretty funny. Yeah, but I'm super excited for once BWL is out. BWL by itself will be a lot because we'll have 2 raids, right? So we'll have 2 different chances at getting loot every week outside of, like, I don't really count Nixia because I have everything off of Nixia already. So that will be huge, and just like the amount of really good spell hit type items and spell crit items out of BWL is pretty expansive compared to Molten Core. So I'm super excited for that. And then when ZG comes out, we get the Bloodvine set, which is really good for us. And I believe we basically use it all the way through Nax. And I've already farmed all the mats for it, outside of the ones that come out when ZG's released. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be really fun. And then we have lots of rings and trink. Oh, he's talking to me. What? Yeah, I'm in here, but I'm like not really like listening to you guys. I have my stream up right now. What are you asking?
Did you do any of that stuff on your hunter last night? That quest line?
No, I did the Volpira one.
Oh, okay.
I did the Volpira one, and then I did, and then I like boosted my. Oh, I made a druid. Did I tell you that?
You said you were going to.
Yeah, so I made a druid, and then I did the Volpira quest line. I race changed my hunter, and then like almost instantly regretted it because it wasn't very good. The Volpira racials just kind of suck compared to like the Zandalari Troll have a lot of like DPS options with their racials, and then the Volpira one is just the Volpira one is just like, all right, throw a thing and it does damage. And like that's like the only option, so it's not very good. Doesn't like really scale with. You can't tweak it if your class like utilizes dots or crit or haste or anything. You can't like adjust it at all, so it's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And then I boosted my druid, but I like logged onto him for a second, basically just like clean up my bags and stuff, but I haven't like played. But I'll probably do it this weekend, like Friday or this weekend, and do the quest line.
Scourge behind, too. Okay. Cool. Let me know if you want to gear a little bit.
Did you finish the quest line?
No, there's still like more stuff to do, but I got like the legendary cloak, and I think I got like 3 or 4 different pieces of like 430 to 440 stuff. The corruption stuff seems fucking crazy.
I don't know if I'm gonna like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I am either.
Okay, I'm gonna hop back out of Discord.
Okay.
Still staying here and listen to them, but I'm gonna mute Discord. How long will I stream tonight? I was probably just gonna stream for a couple hours. Nothing crazy. I mostly wanted to get it up and running. So I'm using Restream right now, so it's on both Twitch and YouTube, like at the same time. And I just haven't set all this stuff like my UI. Just there's a lot of kind of like crap I have to do, like a big checklist of stuff to get it all like dialed in.
You're fucking killing me! Damn it, Austin! I'm bandaging myself.
Yeah, dude, I'm a Moonkin tank. It's fine.
He's a streamer, man. He's doing it for the views.
Yeah, you didn't tank it. I tanked it. Thought you were hopping out of here.
It would have been better. It would have been better if that thing killed you.
No.
He broke your bandage and like
It's better for his views though.
it'd be funnier.
Yeah, at the end of the pull there, I fucking swapped over. I was doing like rank 1 flash heals on you just to use whatever mana.
But yeah, my plan is to stream. What time is it right now? It's only 8:20. I'll probably stream till like for another like hour and a half. Maybe do like another dungeon or two after this, and then hop off.
Yeah, I actually love how that last stand works.
It's funny how different like my game plan
Gives me
kind of shifted in compared to like what I thought I was gonna be doing as far as like
big bosses. That
both
affects-
classes I was gonna play, and then like I thought I was gonna just PvP so much more than I am, but like the fact that there's very little world PvP and then AV queues are 30 minutes
drop off any
and
of
like
the-
everyone just does AV. Luckily there's still some world PvP stuff that exists, but as far as like giving a crap about my rank, I thought I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get rank 10 or I'm gonna get rank whatever 13 to get the gear, and like I have no desire now. It's just it's so time intensive, and it's not even like no part of it is skill based, which is really unfortunate, which I guess it never really was, but the fact that the fastest way to get armor is just like mindlessly doing AV and just rushing the boss over and over again is kind of shitty. But it is what it is. I still am able to find like a decent amount of world PvP if I go out and look for it like in the right spots. I do want to post up my next like I don't know if it'll be my next video, but the next like series of videos I'm gonna work on is that matchup guide. It's gonna take me a lot of time kind of to put together though. But I think that'll be one. I think it'll be good for me. I think it'll make me like really make sure I've.
He's really good at not following the kill order.
He's a streamer, man.
Hey, come on! I'm trying to give you practice, dude. Pretend I'm Jay Blade Flurrying, dude. That's what it is. Can you handle the Star Fury? He's calling me out for
I can probably handle the Star Fury.
attacking
Bring
random
out
shit.
The World Star Fury, and I'm probably fucked.
Yeah, baby.
What do you think? What should be the first class if I'm gonna do like a matchup series where I focus on like 1v1s with a specific class?
You guys ready to blow everything?
No, we gotta save cooldowns for the next.
What's like the first class? What's like the most important class
You guys ready to hit him?
you think for matchups to focus on for PvP? I would guess it would be Priest or Warlock that people have the most trouble with. I think Priest. I think I consistently have the most difficult time with Priests. Shadow
Think
Priest.
he's got a lot of
Yeah,
Fire resist on, huh?
that's what I would say too.
Fire resistant.
Priest is tough. Not even that they like burst you down. It's like they just usually can outlast you. I've gone against a couple really good hunters too that have really thrown me off. 'Cause I've gone against some hunters where they like literally don't do anything and it's super easy. And then I've gone against other hunters that are really hard to deal with.
No, I have just half of my gear, and then between Gift to the Wild and Mage Armor, I have 70,
Okay.
both fire and shadow.
Are you guys ready?
Oh, I just blew my cooldowns. I have to wait 2 minutes.
I'm not deleting leader. I can't do a pull
Someone
timer.
else
Alright,
has
I'm
other
pulling in
cooldowns
3,
probably.
2, 1. Oh, no wonder you pulled it right away.
No crits. Ooh. So I've been really liking that Wrath into Moonfire opener because it gives you 2 chances to crit before you cast your first Starfire, and it gets your Moonfire dot up like right away. I think on raid fights and stuff, I think that's going to be the best option. What weapon am I using? I'm using Time Worn Mace, which is not at all ideal for casters, but it was the only mace that I had, and it has armor on it. So I put 30 spell damage on it, which honestly has not been a bad decision because I've had this shit for like,
Fire resist boots.
with the enchant for probably 5 weeks now.
Fire resist boots already. You should take them.
Oh shit! I already greeted.
Oh, is there?
With the Dragon Rider boots. Or no, wait, you probably-
But ideally, I'm going to try, my goal is I'm waiting basically until Aura Stone Hammer drops out of Molten Core. I think I'm the only one that's going to roll on it when it drops. Our healer Druid already got it. So that's my my end game idea right now with phase 2.5. Then obviously BWL has a really good dagger, a really good mace, really good staffs. Like there's a bunch of options in there, but Aura Stone Hammer is going to be my goal here for my main hand. And Alia and Herod are getting harder and harder to find. I know. They are. If you go, like, I feel like in Eastern Plaguelands, I usually can find some, and then I feel like, I feel like Felwood. I've gone out there in Felwood to farm the demonic runes, like in that, what is like the northwestern part of the map. And, I don't know. I've run into Alliance there that come up and try and kill me. Usually I think it's people trying to get the Songflower buff. Because there's a couple Songflowers like in that area. I don't know if... usually a couple people have tried to come and farm, but I think most of them were coming for that buff. But Felwood's decent and EPL is decent. Those 2 places if I'm like looking for PvP type stuff, that's usually where I find the most of it. I like Felwood. That farm is actually... I'm also really surprised at how many farms like we as balanced druids have available. And I enjoy most of them. It's like I do whichever one sounds like the most fun at any given time, or if I'm getting sick of one. But the fact that there's like 10 different gold farms that are all, you know, some are obviously like a little, you know, little more efficient than others, but the fact that we have so much variety is really nice. Like I feel bad for like warriors, and like I feel like all hunters basically only DM farm. Like I'd be kind of,
There's guys there.
I'd get annoyed being kind of like pigeonholed into just one thing. I don't have Hurricane and shit up right now. Just Moonfire everything.
And our healer's peeing.
Music activate. Oh no. Why is the stream coming up? That's weird. Turn that down a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. I think I'll do. I'll probably do Shadow Priest first. I think we're doing Undead side. But I think I'll probably do the Shadow Priest matchup guide. Warrior and Rogue, I have a really easy time with the exception of if anyone uses like the Freedom Action or Free Action potions. The Free Action potions really fuck us.
I don't know if I have time to do Undead tonight.
I can OP Moonkin tank Undead since Ryan's just being a little bitch about it. If we get a, we should need a DPS. I did it. I tanked it last night though, actually.
How'd it go?
It was good. The only time we wiped was when the hunter's pet pulled like 6 packs somehow. But aside from that, it was fine.
I can do that for you.
Zazu wants to go out on a blaze of glory.
Is his name Zazu? It says unknown to me.
Yeah, it's not Zazu. Say unknown.
For me, it does.
Austin's character can't read.
Fuck off.
Hey, I'm talking about your character, not you.
Do you not have time for undead?
I should really go to bed. I should have gone to bed like a half hour ago. If you guys want to start looking for another DPS now,
You can have extracts come take it.
I thought you wanted to tank.
I'm fine. It doesn't matter. Maybe Strava wants to come. Dan!
I think Mark really wants to come.
Mark, do you want to come?
To what?
Strat Undead?
Probably not. I'm gonna just watch The Witcher and go to bed.
Alright.
Also need to finish that Taos quest.
We just have to turn it in?
No, I have to keep killing those elementals, but they're like camp like mad.
Alright, boys, I'm sorry, but I am good to hop off. I can do the dead side tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can do it tonight. I need to sleep.
Oh,
Actually, we'd have to do it before raid tomorrow, though.
I will not.
We can 4-man it and just look for one more.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna do that. Alright, let me throw on my OP tank set here.
Oh, actually, hey Ryan, can I get a port to org? Thanks, buddy. Hey, you didn't take it.
Hey, invite Strava. Strava's down to come.
Hold on, don't kick me in. Don't-
Kick him! Kick him!
Or take that port quick, boy.
Click it! What are you doing, Ryan?
You need to take that money. I didn't even realize you made Thunder Bluff first. I was trying to trade him. You would have bamboozled me.
At least he didn't give you the random port. Where he puts all three on top of each
On
other.
top, yeah, the roulette.
The portal
What
roulette.
do I look like? Satan?
Yeah, that's what
I love portal roulette. It's amazing.
Boomkin tank, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Boomkin, boomkin.
Why you look perfect?
When they pop the fap, we pop the
Funny,
lip
like, it's
and
like,
moonfire spam. I mean, yeah, that's really, you have to just moonfire
like
spam.
2 gold to do
I mean,
it.
it's not terrible because you can just bark. Honestly, most of the time I can bark skin and moonfire spam and do more damage to them than they do to me.
Is it 40 or 60?
But the only issue is if for some reason you get in a situation where you're starting kind of like low on mana. Like if you're not full mana, you're gonna run out of mana before you kill them for sure.
How much are they? These.
If I tell you that they cost more, will you tip me more for your portal?
Let me make sure these guys are ready to go.
Oh, the vendor.
Hey, I'm gonna start pulling. You're here, right? You're not AFK. And you can shield me on cooldown since it doesn't fuck with any of my shit. If I I was wondering this, is that more mana efficient for you?
Shield you?
Like is Power Word Shield like actually a mana efficient spell?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's just a less. It's good for like there will be big hits in Blackwing Lair that will probably need to shield.
Yeah.
If someone, you know, if the tank drops down to like 5% HP, obviously it's the best thing you can do. And it's good for you there because you're gonna be taking hits, so it'll stop your cast knockback.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, it's
on one of the fights.
What?
The Power Word Shield. The Broodlord guy, basically, he's the one that's doing the Fire Novas, and we have our ranged and healers trying to line of sight it behind this like gate when we can because of the spot we're taking him in. But he basically does this Mortal Strike that hits for like over 5k. So like even raid buffed, I mean that I'm at like what 60, 100, 6200, something like that. Actually 6300. But still, if he hits like really hard and I'm not like full like at 100%, like that shit can kill you, right? So like most people what they'll do for like strategy wise is just instant Power Word Shield. But I guess like the threat is super weird on that fight too. So a lot of guilds would, at least it was in the private servers, that's what most of the stuff I was reading on. You have to like stagger which healer is healing at what time, because if one guy's just like spamming heals, he's gonna pull threat and it's gonna wipe everyone. And so like you're trying to, I don't know. It seems really cool. I'm excited to try it out.
Interesting.
All right, but I'm gonna take off. Peace.
Okay, see you. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye, Ron.
Yo, Rid, just give me like 2 seconds of my hurricane before you start AoEing. Otherwise, you're gonna rip aggro off me every time. Where's Loopy? Yeah, testing that fat mage tank. Okay.
Tugging his paint.
Okay. So if I'm tanking, what I prefer to do is I do Wrath into Starfire,
Waste this banshee.
into Moonfire, into another Wrath usually.
Oh, kill her before she does it. Oh, I got melee.
Hitting her with the mace. But that seems, of all the different like combos I've messed around with, that seems to be the most effective, as well as give you the most time. Oh, that's so shitty, but I'm getting those resists. As well as give you like the most time to get the most casts off. Did we get the Banshee? I think we did. Might be shitty. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
That's why I like this setup though. It's like, honestly, it's like on these, if stuff gets kind of messy, it's like you can always just shift over to Bear and then you still, like I didn't even have to taunt any of this, but I still went Bear just so I was like a little bit tankier because he was kind of low, just to be sure that we didn't get killed or anything. You should have a lot of options. And your initial threat lead is so high. He's just fucking silencing, dude. I can't do anything. my god, that's so close. He was at like 7 health. Holy shit. Where is he at? He's kind of close. It's actually kind of nice with like a full range group is like we can just, no one has to get in like a weird position as long as no one pulls. Hunter pet. Hunter pet might be a problem. Haven't dismissed that shit.
There's a certain finesse to it.
These the spider guys are kind of weird though. They can like, you can't LOS them sometimes. I'm stuck. Yeah, so I kind of messed up that rotation there. I tried to squeeze 2 Moonfires in, and I should have only done 1, and then another Starfire after it. You don't have enough time to fit it all in. Healer almost died on. I know we chain pulled accidentally, and there was only 3 of us here. We just had no mana. I thought we were gonna get 1, and we got like 3. LS. I'm gonna pull that guy. Oh fuck. LS, these guys back. Whew. That was lucky that it went that direction. Saw your video earlier today. Do you think this is more viable than Warrior Tank or Feral Tank, or just something different? Mostly just something different. But I will say it's higher DPS, like single target DPS, if you're able to, if it's just like a normal tank and spank. Like a good example is, what's that? The first boss that's like in the bottom part of Skullomance that does like that kick knockback aggro drop mechanic. Stuff like that, that's really like disruptive as far as where it ends up, you know, pushing you or aggro dropping or whatever, are more difficult for you. But I can also have like an 800-900 to 1,000 DPS opener So where I think it would be more effective is if you have a spell cleave group where everyone in your group is benefiting from Moonkin aura. You have a priest healer where their shield is helping prevent you from getting initial knockback. You'd have very fast clear times, not to mention your AoE threat with Hurricane is going to be higher than most warriors. And anything that they could do regarding like engineering or trinkets, things like that, you could also do. So just in every aspect of like large pack AoE pulls, excuse me, you're going to be able to do more threat. And then like your single target, like kind of big burst, allows for you to get a really significant lead on threat. Like you can see here, if I get a couple crits, it's pretty massive. Like that's good, 2,500 DPS before the target connects with us. I'm doing, 15 to 20% of the target's health, like right on the pull. And so that's pretty massive, just as far as like how quickly it takes to kill things and stuff like that. You do have the downside of that you have to drink a lot, but it is what it is. It's really fun though. The main thing what kind of prompted this, I'm fucking stuck in the roots. What prompted this was this PvP spec that I'm playing, and oh no, I don't have enough rage. I'm fucking stuck in this stupid web. Was the PvP spec that I'm playing and thinking that this actually seemed like it was somewhat viable. And so I tried it out just so like I don't have to change specs and I have something else I can do content wise. And go ahead and like run dungeons and stuff and fill for a tank role. It's been fun so far. I'm curious to see, what I'm really excited about is that video that I posted, the first one, was my first dungeon trying it, right? So it wasn't like I had gotten a lot of practice or like, knew a bunch about what the hell I was doing or anything like that. A lot of that I was kind of figuring out during the video, but the dungeon takes an hour to do, right? So you can try a lot of different things over the course of an hour. And so I'm curious to see, after I mess with this for 2 or 3 weeks, what, how different I feel about different aspects of it, or how good I get with it, or familiar, or whatever you want to call it. But it seems fun now, and you can see like if you had a tank that's doing 350 DPS, on every pull on these single target situations, it would be pretty good, especially in 5-mans. I don't know.
Why are they hitting me?
We'll see. We'll see. I also think it'll.
What the fuck?
How do you die?
Wow.
Wait, how did you die?
The scarabs like 2-shot me.
There's only like one of them.
No, he summons them whenever he attacks.
Oh, the little baby ones?
Yeah.
They're not targetable, are they?
No, they just they do like their one series of attacks and then they just
How better is you? Never saw it in vanilla, but I like it. Yeah, no, I know, me too. I'm stoked on it so far. It's good enough. It's good enough to do. Like, it's good enough to play. I wouldn't say it's optimal, but I would say it outperforms in specific situations from other tanks. I would say that. I wouldn't say it's a better tank than a warrior, not at all. Mostly because you don't have the kind of defensive cooldowns and that kind of mitigation like they do. You're basically like a meat shield that can do a lot of damage. But it synergizes really well with Priest, especially if you had a Discipline Priest with Power Infusion. I could see being really good because they could basically shield you before you pull, right? And then as you're casting in the opener, they can Power Infuse you. So you get like a massive lead as far as threat goes. You get a massive amount of damage out. You're really able to utilize their kit really well, which is a very like weird synergy that I wouldn't have thought of working as well, but it's actually like very, very good when you really think through like all the different things they can do. Like even in this, like I have Barkskin up, but he shielded me. I'm taking note. I mean, these are just like little non-elites, but I mean, you get the point. It's just there's a lot of really good synergy. It doesn't affect my threat at all because I'm not generating rage, right? So the shield is not hindering me, whereas it messes with druids and warriors. So it's mostly one of those things I'm thinking like people can play if they have guilds or friends that they're playing with that are these different classes where you can have these really strong synergies. Be fun just to mess around with. What add-on is the threat indication on the health bars from? That's
Hey, I'm outside if someone can grab me.
I can go out, or does someone else have the key?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. That's I believe that's threat plates.
same.
Yeah, threat reactive nameplates.
Sure.
That's threat plates is just the bar, like I think I'll pull if I get too close. This. The actual like UI of the bar above the mob's head is threat plates. So I think it's green. Oh no, why do you do that?
Never mind, someone else.
What are you guys doing, guys? Come on.
Oh.
The other thing I'm surprised that I thought was going to be a big issue is running out of mana on pulls. But with this gear setup, you just have a really, your health pool is really big, so it's not been a problem at all. Like, that's huge. Like, I wish that would have reset so you guys could have seen that there, but that was probably like 800 DPS in that opener, right? Which, if you're tanking, that's the most important time to have really high damage. So the fact that you can front load your spells where they're like all hitting within like a second and a half, and be able to have them hit that hard is pretty massive. Oh, I need to tell my buddy something real quick. Hey Dan, did you soft res anything yet?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
For
Molten Core for raid tomorrow?
I was trying to think like what's all in there
for you of all that stuff, not a lot. There's the cauterizing band.
No, it's just healing.
Or sorry, Ring of Spell Power. That's really good, but I think for you the staff is the most important. I don't know if anyone else.
Shadow damage belt too from Domo.
He got it last week.
No, I got the
Oh, the Warlock got it, right. You got the tier belt. Yeah, so it'd be either like the Ring of Spell Power. I'm assuming the Trinket's probably also good for you, but the Ring of Spell Power for sure, and the staff. The Priest Quest item thing.
And you have benediction or anything.
Yeah, of the priests who are going, like how many of them don't have the staff working?
Well, we have a lot of priests. I'm pretty sure. I know Free Heal does not have it. I don't know if Dat has it or not. And then Loopy and Zub do have it. And Sinister has it as well.
So if I don't res it, I may be going against like 1 or 2 people in the roll.
Correct. And that's like I think I would guess that's like your biggest upgrade. I could be wrong though. I don't know. But I know it's really fucking good.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. All right, I'll put you down on that.
Hey, what's up, Dan?
Hey.
Hey. I don't need him to come all the way to me, but I want to LOS a little bit. Whoa, what was that? What is that? Oh, it's this sign. Like, that's huge right there. Like, all 3 crits are like that in the row. You see, I'm at 550 DPS on that pull, like, on the start right there. So it's like, the main thing is the pro and, like, benefit to this is that if you have the right group, like, if we had a Warlock instead of the Hunter, and arguably, like, an Elemental Shaman instead of the Shadow Priest or something like that, like, that kind of comp really benefits. It's like a really mutually beneficial 5-man comp. So you're able just to burst shit down so fast. And in that situation too, like the fact that everyone has mana makes it so that your downtime is like, people aren't just sitting there waiting for someone else to drink or whatever. It's like everyone has the same kind of downtime.
The blackout proc.
But we'll see. I think I could also do this pretty effectively still come like BWL if I respec to like raid, like PvE spec for balance. I think I can still like pull it off. Hey, I'm going to pull this stuff. Let's pull this stuff back around the corner because of the like MC and fear and shit like that, just so we don't get aggroed into those mobs. So come back over here. You guys.
Did you clear the mattress tree?
No, just stand. You guys stay here. They shield me.
We haven't killed Magistrate yet.
Cool.
Yeah, you need that helm, right?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Did I crit? It's also entertaining because you can do that like dip around the corner stuff pretty effectively, like little PvP kind of things. This guy does a silence though, it's a big pain in the ass. Waiting feral charge. You cast anything?
Oh god.
What's he doing?
I know, right?
Fuck, dude.
Oh no, he pulled shit.
I'll go ahead and put pot here just to be safe. God damn, dude. Can't interrupt him either.
Oh, man.
Do not fear, please. Why did you do that?
You just had to say it. You also hit me with that right as I popped my trinket.
God damn, dude.
Is that good for you, Shaman?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Annoying. This boss sucks for Moonkin Tanking. The silence really fucks us. It's another good example though. There's certain like situations like that. If there's like blanket silences, it's a real big pain in the ass. You can still do it. You just end up spending most of the time in bear form. It's just not very efficient. I want to pull this really quick though. Of course you resist. Heal myself. See, like deafening streets, like, okay. It's really annoying. Hey, dismiss your pet here, because this is what happened the other day when I did this, that he pulled 5 packs up these stairs, it like did this weird pathing on the way back down. Whatever added damage you get from it is not worth it here. Just get past this like through to the next hallway. Why don't I heal myself for more aggro? You definitely can, but it's really mana intensive. So like I could start the pull the same way you do like a bear tank, where you you can regrowth and then rejuve yourself, but you don't generate healing threat until you've taken damage and it's actually healing on you, right? Like if it's just over healing, it doesn't generate any additional threat. So that's a lot of extra mana. Fuck.
Go for the ghouls on the right.
Alright, mana. I'm gonna innervate myself here. The armor doesn't give me anything here anyway because this guy's just casting at me. But you don't generate any additional healing threat from having the hots on you unless you've already taken damage. So assuming you start the pull at 100% health, you'd have to cast regrowth. Say you don't even cast rejuve, you cast regrowth, which would last whatever that is, 21 seconds. And so you would eventually benefit from that, but then you also have to shift back into Moonkin. And you're not drinking during that time, right? So that's 800 plus 300, that's, you know, 1110 mana or whatever it is to generate that. It's not really that worth it. Basic regen is instant cast as you get hit. Not much mana. Try it yet. Basic regen?
So if you just toss out a new mark.
Would I what?
Toss out a new mark.
Oh, a new mark. Everyone's just dying, dude.
All over the place.
What do you mean by basic regen, GSK? Basic regen is instant cast. I don't know what that means. So like in this situation too, if we were trying really hard, since we have 2 priests, we can basically make sure we're shackling all these guys and just only burst down like 1 target at a time, which is pretty optimal for balance, because I can like front load breaking all the CC basically with that same combo and get a really good threat lead. But I don't feel like marking all that, and it's not necessary, but if you're like don't have that good a gear or whatever, it's an option to do. But you can see I'm getting 1500 to 2000 damage like instantly off in the opener, so that's a lot of additional threat these guys need to do in order to compete with that. Zub of course broke that CC, so obviously he's gonna get aggro in the opener there. Never forgot you had to switch form. I think you meant rejuve basically. But yeah, you'd have to swap out a form for that, which you can't do. But you definitely could pre-hot yourself. Like a scenario that would make sense is to cast regrowth on yourself and then like run in and bark skin and hurricane. Because generally on those pulls, like that's all that you're really doing is like casting hurricane. That's your only real spell that you're utilizing. And then that you would also get that healing threat on all of those targets, right? So in that situation, I could see it being decent. I think I did that earlier this dungeon, but it's kind of situational. I wouldn't say that it's like optimal necessarily. Also, because if you're running with the priest, they ideally are shielding you. I don't think Zeb's shielding me that much, but ideally they're shielding you on every pull, at least on the start, to help you just ensure that you get that good threat lead up front. So if they're doing that, you're also going an even longer amount of time before you actually are losing health. Go ahead and just like, so on that one I didn't even keep attacking the skull because I had already gotten so much damage off there at the start. War Stomp the second ad, get a couple of Wrath casts off for free, and then it's like no problem. The other thing on these two is if you can start judging better how much mana you go through on certain pulls and stuff like that. So you actually are not having to drink. Like that was 3 separate groups, right? And I didn't drink yet. Where the first time I ran this, I was drinking like almost every pull just to be safe, right? So once you kind of get more familiar with it and you kind of know how much mana you need to basically pull off given pulls, like it's the downtime is not really that big of a deal. And honestly, it's fun, like it's challenging.
Yes, we do.
The Moonkin is.
Yeah, what do you mean? Your boy right here.
He's got bonus armor.
Oh, fucking tits. This is another good combo you can do in bear form. There's a lot more like little nuanced things that I didn't realize or understand well that first run that I did that I've kind of figured out. But you can, if you get stuck sitting in bear form for an extended period of time, you can basically taunt and then bash and then taunt again. So even if you do no damage, the mob's not attacking anyone in your group. Little things like that, like being able to pull those off and like if you're silenced because you have the ability to at least like bash or you have the ability to at least shapeshift or whatever. Little things like that get really helpful if you can remember all those for various like sticky situations that come up.
Fucking scarabs come and hit me when I'm drinking.
I know.
Yeah, I don't like you.
Mobs. They know they're gonna get a guaranteed crit.
No!
Bless. It's up to you, Connor.
I got this.
Can you guys hear that music? Is that pretty quiet? Let Zub take this. It's good, it's good. Let's do this. Actually, I'm gonna drink a little first. So here I actually will tab Moonfire the other targets. Swear no one ever sees those eyes. I feel like I've gotten, of all these like last 4 or 5 times I've run this, I'm the only one killing those eyes. You're already thinking about it and 100% now you're gonna go Moonkin? Good, dude. I've really enjoyed it. I've actually liked it a lot more in Classic than I thought I would. If you're considering it, you definitely should. I mean, it's definitely worth a try. It's worth a shot. Music is proper volume. Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because in like while your rotation isn't like super intensive as far as like what you're constantly having to do, it still takes like getting used to and getting familiarity with like knowing how to really optimize certain abilities in certain situations. Do you use a standing desk? Yeah. But where a lot of the kind of a lot of the nuance when it comes to like raiding comes from is, which I know is going to be even more the case come these like later raids, is your mana management while still maintaining somewhat decent DPS. Because that's already kind of like a little bit of an issue. Not to where it's like completely unpreventable, but I have to bring like demonic runes and I have to like, you know, get potions made. Like I have to do stuff to prepare so that I don't on fights. It's not as much of an issue now because of the fact that we have that stuff on clear. But like BWO when the fights are longer and it's progression content, I can see it being kind of expensive. But we can always go and farm demonic runes, so I'm not that worried about it. And then mana potions, like I'm herbalism, so I can also go and farm a bunch of those mats. But that's one thing to be aware of, is it's somewhat consumable intensive to keep up.
Slap him silly.
Just gonna stand here.
Blast.
Rip some.
I keep getting low on heal because Zub's he's not healing me, he's just DPSing the whole time. I think those are... Dan, those are... Do you already have those?
No, I have the...
Yeah, those are better than yours, current ones.
You basically like prioritize shadow, like spell damage over everything else by a lot.
Makes sense.
Good rounding for you.
Yeah, dude, you get the neck, you got the boots. Maybe we'll get the hat.
Yeah, that'd be a real icing on the cake.
Alright, I don't need to come here anymore.
Stay-
Don't
stick
pull this shit on the right.
Stick left, stick left, stick left.
Like 600 DPS.
Missing the rare spawn wand. Now that would be the real win.
Isn't that rare spawn on the other side? Isn't that alive?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we went the way. Well, actually, I think him and the heart.
They can be like
mutually
further.
exclusive.
Yeah, I think they can be like further
Oh,
down
I
the.
see.
Yeah.
Spawn. I don't think I've ever seen him.
Is that the postmaster?
No, it's Skull. Oh
Damn it.
jeez. Level 58. How do I have air on all this thing? Do anything.
This is gonna be rough. Just gonna shift into barrier. I don't have that much mana. Kick that. GSK, what are you already level 60? Are you still druid leveling?
Should not have brought all this random dark iron residue before this run. My inventory is quite full.
Rid, there's no way that you're GSK. Fucker. This is a trap one. Told you. I told you. I told you. Do you think we'll be able to run past the ghouls on the left, or do you think Loopy's gonna pull that shit?
Yeah, we can probably skip the ones on the left, but we'll probably need to pull that pack on the right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do that anyways for the boss, I guess.
Yeah.
This is tricked, actually. I can't come to the phone right now.
Excellent name.
See, this boss doesn't knock back, so you can kind of be a pain in the ass, but...
Get this hat, boys.
Can you, Corey, can you bubble me before we, like, the beginning of this?
Yeah.
Oh, you love to see it. The double crit.
Ooh. Fuckered my b-hole a little bit there.
Oh.
Oh, I don't want to pull that yet. Forgot. Like locks everyone out. That'd be so bad. Holy shit. Nice. Blackout stun. That's just great. Just get a bunch of free casts off. Easy.
Sazu.
They start coming at us anyway.
I just like to say Zazu.
Oh, nice.
I don't want those. Hey Rid, when we fight Baron, you have to give me like 10 seconds, okay?
Yeah, sure.
It's really brutal for me because I don't get a good opener on that fight, and he's got that little knockback aura.
I mean, I can shield you from it.
Yeah, but still, if he rips aggro, it'll be like a really big pain in the ass.
Yeah, if he just gets loose and is running all over the
Yeah, it'll be way worse. Just give me like 5 seconds, and then I can tell you like when to go on that one. That's the only one that's kind of like sketchy-ish.
I literally did one of these runs recently where in like 4 or 5 abominations we got 4 stitchings and I won the rolls on all 4 of them. It was ridiculous.
So you got like 8 of those now. That cap, right?
I have 7.
Oh my god.
Fuck, dude.
Keep it coming.
I have 8. What do you need those for again?
I don't think you
Mind
need that
blast.
for anything.
I know, right?
No, I think they're part of their caster hat. It has like 2% crit on it.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I should be sorted by the time I need.
Let's see, they're used for... Yeah, they're used for the leather, chest, the chromatic breastplate, the cap.
What cap is this you speak of?
Cap of the Scarlet Savant.
It's like a cap with 2% crit on it, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's 20 int, 17 stam, 2% crit.
Spell crit. Not worth all the gold it would cost to
I
make.
was just gonna say, so it's not even like that awesome.
No. None of that stuff aside from like the warrior.
Telling me it's best for warlocks.
Yeah, but the helm, I mean, maybe up until, but the helm off of Nefarian is that with a shitload of spell power on it. It's like 30 spell power and like 2% crit. And look it up right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 2% crit, 35 spell power, 24 stam, 24 int. Like that's like way better and is free assuming we can kill Nefarian ever.
Those look pretty dumb though.
It does look stupid. You're gonna want to hide your helm.
Scarlet Monastery hat.
Yeah.
Better color though than that.
Oh baby, I got an agi puff. Let's go.
Thought you'd like that.
Better me than the shitty hunter.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the real difference between a good hunter and a shitty hunter? There it is.
Sorry, that wasn't me. My brother was on my account.
It was your voice.
What? Good shit, boys.
Up to 9, let's go.
Now all you need, oh, you actually only need 5 for that hat.
Shit,
almost
let's
make
make
two.
2 of them.
Oh man, the requirements for that one are just bonkers, man. You need, on top of the 5 stitchings, you need 8 arcane crystals. There's another one.
Ooh, fuck that.
You need 5 enchanted scarlet thread, which is a 4% drop off of Balnazar.
God, I've done that so many times, I've never seen that.
Yeah, right. It is a white drop though, so I guess it probably doesn't pop up for a roll. But I don't know.
That's even worse.
Like guaranteed. And then you also need a pristine hide of the beast, and then you also need to hand it 50 gold too.
Hey, come towards like where I am after we kill this guy, just so I have a second to drink before that mob is gonna run out of the fucking room.
Alright, baby, let's get you this neck piece.
Oh, you need the healer neck off of here?
Yeah. Ever since you stole it from me and then switched to fucking Moonkin.
Yeah.
Sitting here with a hit chance neck.
What a bitch. God, dude.
I didn't know Gauntlets of Valor dropped off him.
Neither.
I think we have a plate user, huh, guy?
I always forget about these little guys.
It's like you didn't even drop anything.
Got it, boys. We're up to 10 stitching.
I don't want to keep having to run this stupid place.
What's this
Yeah, ready to run
Europa?
it again if we don't get the...
What's this Europa Universalis game?
I think it's like a strategy game or something.
Because Purpler was playing it the other day, and then now Watts is playing it. 2 totally different people. Oh, dude, Lance, the other Shadow Priest, is playing EverQuest. What a traitor, dude.
He's playing EverQuest.
He's playing EverQuest. I didn't even know that game was still like a thing.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, actually.
That he's playing EverQuest?
I wonder if EverQuest has like a classic version that came out or something.
They would be hopping on the bandwagon.
Can't blame him.
God damn it, guys. Just let me fucking start casting before you guys start attacking everything.
I have feigned death, it's fine. How long do you guys think Zazu's gonna last this fight? Give him like 15 seconds.
Maybe he might pull all the aggro from all the fucking skeletons.
Yeah, I'll give the boy a shot of res.
Go ahead and pop a little food buff here too.
Whoa, your thorns last for 15 minutes now?
I'm wearing mostly like tier 1.
That's hot.
Here, can you shield me?
Hold on, I'm still drinking. Get him, Tiger.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay, you're good. I'm leaving Skelly's up to you, Red.
Oh, that's right, you did the thing.
You did what?
Oh, we have the guy here to help
Oh yeah,
us.
you're welcome, friend.
Because, Loopy, or Trick, did the question.
Strava with the Mind Blast.
Alright, I also brought my Thornline friend.
Oh. See, I don't even have to help you. You're fine, you got a Thornling.
He is fucking shit up.
When I ran this last time, the oh, Skullforge Reaver. Oh, Hunter Legs.
Yay.
You should take Skullforge Reaver just so that if you get 2 of them, you can run around and look cool. Since it like sheaths across your back.
Rib Aureus.
Ooh, nice.
Good luck getting a group being boomy as a normal player. I've actually gotten into 2 separate pugs that I've tried to get into. The only 2. So right now I'm 2 for 2 with random people inviting me as Moonkin Tank.
There's a quest.
That's also kind of surprising to me, but I'm being totally honest, I swear.
Dope neck.
Alright.
Oh, check out this cool sword I've got. It's definitely gonna be better than the Mage Blade.
Bro. Yeah, man, that's sick.
I'm gonna wear this.
Sheath it.
tomorrow.
Sheath it. Hey!
Hey, that's really cool.
There it is, kid.
Okay. Alright, yep, sold. I'm wearing this now. I'm not wearing the Mage Blade anymore.
It does look cool. I love it. I remember back in actual vanilla, I saw a rogue that like, was dual wielding those, and he had 2 across his back. I was so intimidated. Do you guys want to run anything else?
Very big
Yeah, I'm
penis.
down.
I'm down to do one. Oh, you know what? We should do tribute.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I'm down. Let's go do it.
Dude, I'm gonna body pull so much
Can you
shit that you
can you do no wait, let's do a TB port. Yeah, what are you trying to come on your hunter? You want to get world buffs on Loopy?
I don't care about the world buffs. I want the
gear on my
God damn it, dude. I actually don't know if we can do it like the cheat way with you as 58. I think you body pull everything.
God damn it.
Like I think cause that pack, you know.
Without him, we don't have someone to reset. So without him as a hunter, you can do the feign reset.
I'm trying to think, dude. I don't think you can do a tribute run without buying all the shit if you're not 60. Cause I'm thinking like the pack in the last room, there's the pack of wolves in the middle that I think you'd have to kill, which that's not that big a deal. I don't know, dude. I think that's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, we don't have to do it. It's fine.
Come on, your priest.
Fine.
Get world buffs.
Do we have the materials to get past that last guy without a reset?
I've got Ogre Tenon in my bank.
Can you craft? Can someone make it?
What it's worth.
Is it tailoring?
And leatherworking both can make it.
I'm a tailor. I don't know.
Normal player, as in not YouTuber. I mean, I'm definitely not a big enough YouTuber to get any kind of special treatment because of the content I've created. If that's what you're inferring. It's just been random ass people and like looking for group. I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't think every single group is gonna be cool with it, but I don't think people are as opposed to it as you may think. I think people are more open to a lot of different stuff this time around than back in like actual vanilla. But we'll see, man. I might have a different experience come like BWL or something, but for the most part now, all this content is pretty easy. The reality too is a big part of what.
Yeah, how about this? If there's a good chest drop, then I can get it on my hunt.
Yeah, I literally need nothing from the dungeon. I just need the world buff, so I'm fine with that. I mean, none of us need any of the stuff your hunter would need. But we need to get the ship for the ogre suit, right?
Yes. I have a bunch of rune cloud.
Token, do you mean Boomkin as a tank? Or you mean hard time getting a group as a Boomkin just DPSing? Boomkin as DPSing has absolutely been no problem from the very beginning. I don't at all have people like discriminate based on what spec I am. I let them know just so that they know what kind of gear I'm rolling on, or like if there's loot I'm trying to get, I'll say like, hey, I'm coming for like Burial Shawl is a good example. The shoulders, that took me a long ass time to farm. So people know, but I've had way more people be really stoked that I'm Boomkin more than people be like pissy about it. Sorry, I know the auction house is kind of like half cut off on the screen for you guys. I don't have a way of like moving that over. Give me just a second though, because I'm trying to figure out what we need for the tribute run.
Are there no mages in Kargat? What the fuck?
Dude, that happened the other day. It was really miserable. What are you guys doing? You guys need to be out here giving me ports.
Brisbane, Hearth to Kargat.
Are you, Rid? Are you are you tailoring? Do you have the pattern or no?
No, I'm alchemy. Herbalism.
Okay.
I'm tailoring. I have the pattern. I think. What is it?
Ogre suit.
Well, maybe I Isn't it a quest?
It's a quest in the thing, but you can also like get a pattern. Tailors can also make. Okay, here I can just get the mats. This isn't that expensive. I have so much of this shit on other. Oh, you are a tailor?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you can make the bolts of rune cloth. How many cloth is it per bolt? It's 5? I mean 25?
Yeah. It's 25 for 5.
Oh, it's 5 rune cloth per bolt. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. We have that.
I mean, I already have the rune cloth. I don't know what you did.
Yeah, I have some too. I'm just making sure we have everything.
Okay.
6, 7, 8. And then one of you has the overtannin already, and then we need rune thread, which I'll grab right now. And then what do we need for the frost thing? We need like a frost widget. Or I mean a thorium widget. What's the other part? Thorium widget. Well, here, frost oil.
Yeah, I have the herbs for it, but not on this character.
I know, I have so many of those things. I know. It's okay, I'll buy them. It's not a big deal. Why does it play well on ultra wide settings? So it plays good. It doesn't format for creating content. So it makes it hard. Like my screen to you guys right now, what you're seeing is like compacted to what my actual screen is. But certain things, like you see if I open my character tab, this is cut off. So I always will open up my like social tab to push it over one so that you guys can see like my character tab if I'm talking about character stuff. But there's nothing, I can't like click this to like move it at all, which is annoying. I'm sure there's probably an add-on I can get that allows me to move that, but I haven't done that yet. I only need 2 of these, right? 2 rune thread, Uber suit, frost oil. Let me make sure I got frost oil, thorium widget. But it plays, I mean, it plays great. I honestly, playing ultra wide and then going back and playing not ultra wide, I feel like I'm playing, it's like, it feels a very shitty comparison. You just can see so much more, like the game just looks a lot better. And it helps in PvP and stuff too, because you can see out of your peripherals way better. You can see just so much more of what's going on at a given time. Fuck, these are fucking expensive, dude. Thorium widgets also. I bought a shitload of thorium widgets the other day. They're like 50 silver. And Ebb and Flow. I don't know if you guys watch any of his content. He's got some really good content for Druid stuff. I watched him a lot when I first
Priest group.
started playing.
That's cool.
And
It's a sight to behold.
he's like, oh, he was explaining that those basically you can use for the Dark Moon Fair. So I bought a shitload of them. And then they like have doubled in price since then. Okay, Dire Maul Tribute, Moonkin Tank. See how this goes. I have my crescent key. Making sure I have everything. Yeah. We should be good with this setup. Like if I'm using, because now I have Mark of Tyranny on instead of this, so I have a little more armor. Could have brought my sergeant's cloak. I'm thinking some of these mobs might truck me pretty hard, but we'll see. Which one of you is holy DPSing?
Babe.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously. So stupid. That's just a stupid question, dude.
I have the trinket.
Oh yeah, right. Dan.
Plus, I have to lead heals, and he doesn't even know how to predict.
Dan, you want the priest thing, right? Sorry for the soft res. I'm gonna put that for now.
The eye.
I'm waiting for someone to soft res the seal of Archmagus.
No one will ever soft res that.
Dude, you missed it. I saw a priest outside of Uber's today using that, unironically.
I was using that when I was trying to kill that mob outside of Uber.
Wow,
But
that's sad.
unironically meaning like
healing rings.
unironically meaning like he thinks it's really good, or he just like that's the only thing he could get. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Probably the former. I was in the mood for giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Like, which of those do you use when you don't have to cast any healing spells?
Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna grab some Advil because I've been having really bad headaches. Give me 1 second.
Our Rising Band has one more hint.
Okay. It's the extra spirit, NP5, and all those resistances mean nothing.
Correct. Scar Shield Quartermaster does physical damage. Next question.
It's for the church, honey. Next.
What's my time? So I was thinking, let me know what you guys think about this idea. I know I've already talked with Seattle about this before I mentioned this, but I was thinking of setting up, let me pull up my camera and see if you, I don't know if you can see it. There's a piano back here. It's a little keyboard, and I have like a whole like music set up. Can you guys see that? Like a little like DJ table kind of thing. It's not a DJ table. It's like, it's for Ableton. So I can like do stuff. So I was thinking about setting that up. I don't know if there's a way for me to like directly connect it or just have it play through like my microphone. But I was thinking about having it set up to fuck around with like on stuff like this when you're sitting here on a flight path and you're like not doing anything. I thought it'd be like a fun thing to fuck around on. I could also potentially get like a second webcam that's like angled over there. Like if I'm streaming, I thought that'd be kind of a
Just bust out the
entertaining.
Man.
Bust out the what?
Sorry, I'm also watching your stream.
Fuck off, dude. Do it? Yeah. Maybe. I need to unpack my laptop. It's like in my suitcase still for my trip.
I kind of like that idea though, Austin, is like when you have just downtime in your stream, just like, hey guys, check out this little ditty that I wrote the other day.
Yeah, and just like fucking make shit up. Just like ad lib, like a freestyle rap about druids every flight path and just make it up. Sometimes it'll be okay. Most of the times it'll totally suck. But you'll get a gem every now and then, you know?
Right.
I like this.
I don't know what the audio quality would be like, and I don't think there's a way for me to easily connect it to like via USB or some shit without there being some kind of delay. I don't know. I have to fuck with it. Audio quality might be okay if I just play it. I have to see.
Dude, not having feign death suck.
That's so true, though. I remember playing My Warrior. I'm like, fuck, I have to kill all the mobs to get over there? Like, what do I do?
I feel like playing a mage all the way through vanilla and into BC, like once I finally got an aggro drop ability, like questing and stuff got so much easier because I could just run right to my objective.
Like, meaning once you got Ice Block?
No, like once I got invisibility, so it was like a true aggro drop.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, you guys are ready?
I'm in.
Yeah, we're almost here. There's guys just like sitting around the corner. River Tuna guys. Sitting around the corner, I'm guessing just waiting for alliance to come up. Farm your honor, son. Farm it up.
Which one are you doing?
North.
Tribute.
I'll be right back. One sec, guys, while we wait for the rest of these guys to get here. Tribute tank runs, baby. Okay. He's close, he's close. What do we think the likelihood is that we don't wipe? Hey, Loopy, you're going to actually have to pay attention this time because I think I'm gonna get kind of like fucked up here by these mobs because I remember them hitting really hard when I was healing this.
Okay.
Gotta put on the game face, you know?
Dude, the game face is always on.
Nice gear video. Hopefully you can make most of the tanking dream possible. Fun to see people try stuff like Moonkin Tank. Yeah, I agree 100%. So far, it's not too bad. I'm curious to see how it scales into later phases because I don't know how much we improve versus like other classes. But I definitely feel like it's feasible right now for 5-mans. If you had CC, I did Ubers. I've done Ubers twice. If you had if you have either an off tank or good CC where you only have 1 or 2 mobs up at a given time, or 1 or 2 mobs I should say that you're focusing, it's actually relatively easy. So we'll see. A couple of the mechanics in there are kind of tough because like the chromatic mobs, for example, like in the gauntlet before Rend, and like the dragon, whatever the fuck its name is, that Rend is on before, like that stuff, it has like a higher magic resist. So that stuff's kind of hard because you do like 40% of your normal damage. Dan, are those dots from the dogs or is there warriors chasing you?
Yeah, I really took that to dogs.
Okay. Do you know how to get to north?
I think you got it, yeah.
I don't believe him. See if he finds it. He's just gonna run over to me. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Give me water.
I'm actually gonna pop
You sack of
an
shit.
arcane elixir here. Should be fine. Just to help make sure I have a little more threat.
Alright, let's get into the old DPS gear, huh?
Why are we killing these guys? Doesn't look like an anathema.
Be careful with your mind blast, Dan, because they have like increased threat. If the targets are low, it's not a big deal, but if these guys are high and you rip aggro off me, it's gonna be hard for me to like get it back if you're mind blasting.
Okay.
Just be aware, I don't want you to die.
Oh, baby, the stud.
Can you sheep square? Sorry, I should have marked nipple. Wow, dude. Knockups are rough.
Watch the Pat coming behind.
Yeah, move back up here.
I've been kidney shotted. Just kidding.
Fuck. I didn't mean to stop drinking. Corey, do you think if you went like a build set up just for like Smite Holy Fire DPS, it would be good? Like, not good, but good enough?
Yeah, I think so. I think it had a decent chance of out DPSing Red. And it wouldn't use any debuff slots either, because you would just spam Smite.
Oh, just DPSing who?
Shadow
You.
Priest.
Oh yeah.
Besides the fact that it doesn't bring a very good debuff. I think they're just gonna evade me here.
God damn it.
You lost your whole opening.
Kill the dogs first, because the dogs die.
Yeah, they're gonna evade.
Get off of the ledge, you guys. Get off of the ledge.
You can stand on this ledge because there's a ramp to it, but
Oh, these heals are so much better than the last group.
Okay.
Shackle key, dude. We gonna get that high to the wild or what?
Frick yeah.
Fucking better.
Fuck, dude. 4 mobs. Oh, you can mind control one, huh?
Yeah, I'll get the Mage Lord.
I feel like the Mage Lord's easy. I feel like you should mind control one of these idiots.
No, because I can hand out. Oh, I guess I don't have any.
Oh, you can just use him the whole time, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get man real quick.
If we had a single not caster person, his Bloodlust is really good.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Go.
Jesus Christ, I got 2 resists in a row there.
On Polly?
Yeah.
I was wondering. Alright, Dan, stop mind blasting.
Doing so well?
I said stop mind blasting.
I got the first one resisted, and I got knocked up during my second cast, so I presence of mind polyed and got resisted again.
That's it.
If I pull aggro on this mob, you can just let me tank.
I think I have to taunt off this, huh? Like how much threat you get on him?
Yeah, you pretty much get guaranteed aggro with mind control.
Yeah.
They did not like the fact that you were in their mind for a good couple seconds.
I don't blame him.
were you telling him?
Whispering sweet nothings into his ear.
Did anyone see I know Cargos was streaming at some point, I think right around the time I started as well, and he was streaming his Moonkin stuff. I'm curious how his low-level Moonkin tanking experience was going. Did anyone catch any of that? Curious if he's having a hard time or not. Okay, I'm gonna pull all 3 of these packs. You ready, Loopy?
Priest freaking AoE.
Don't do anything. Give me a second. Don't do anything. Oh, god damn it.
Oh yeah. Look at that. 700
Holy Nova OP.
DPS.
Well, I don't have Hurricane, so you gotta just Holy Nova the shit out of these things. Nice.
Things have like no health.
Yeah, easy enough. Do one of you, Corey, do you know how to get the key? I can go do it, but I just wonder if I can keep clearing. Okay, I'll go do it. Oh, you got it?
On this chest, right?
In the middle. As long as you like run through the middle, you won't rip aggro at all.
Oh, he has aggro on something.
It's just lashers.
You got him? He needs to come up there.
Should be fine. Just ran out of freaking mana. Like 0 health left.
Wait, no, come. Wait, come back. Fuck, you might pull him now. Wait. Oh, thread the needle.
Yeah, baby.
Well, what time I was trying to save, we really saved it there.
I don't think we did actually.
Smart ass.
I don't know where those lashers came from.
There's a pod like behind the rocks there. Watch out, back up.
Where the dead guy came from? Oh, you hit me with like 3 hits there.
How am I to heal on this? Like so far these packs, is it not too brutal?
No, it's easy.
Hey, what's up with
Just
it?
when one of these clothies rips thread, then they take a lot.
That's weird.
You have to stand in like the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's the eye.
I can MC the Warlock.
We can just kill him pretty easily. Just sheep this guy. How are you guys getting? Did you cast before me? Is that how are you getting aggro?
I don't know.
You know, that could be kind of an interesting concept.
What's that?
You had 3 like high aggro casters bouncing aggro back and forth between them, kind of like we just were.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be pretty hard to manage. Or like it'd be hard to do it intentionally correctly.
Yeah, I know.
You see this whoop around the corner play here?
And everything needed. Literally, that guy dealt no damage to anyone.
Oh, that starfire. Dude, no one got to any damage this whole time.
Like some spell cleave shit.
Nice flame strike.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for him to pack. I'm gonna Pat, and I'm gonna LOS these guys back here on this right corner. Oh, what is that? And then just burn the 2 like little minion guys as quick as you can. Okay, I don't see him. I'm just gonna pull. I'm just kidding. Here he is. Hold on. Try not range him. Can you poly him?
Yeah, it's just getting him way back here.
Gotcha. It's actually easier than I thought it was going to be. There's a couple of tough packs like later that.
Got pretty good CC.
Yeah.
He is coming.
I'm doing the trap. Don't. Oh fuck! Forgot you had to wait. Get back. I fucked it up. I forgot to hit like accept or whatever the fuck on the bottom.
You suck.
Who got the key?
I did. I was about to go do it, but then he was coming.
I watched the Eye of Kilrog's coming too.
Yeah, I gotta fuck that thing up. Whoa, that's interesting. Is that been around this whole attempt to remove one curse, one disease, and one poison?
Isn't that just a shittier version of the resto pot?
The resto pot I don't think does. Do I have any on me? No, I don't think it does diseases, but it does do magic effects. We can wait for him. Inferno gloves. Hey, Loopy, get in the corn. Oh yeah, okay. What happens if you
Does that? Cool.
I mean, I don't know it, so I guess I could. If you already,
I already know that.
yeah, I guess I'll just grab.
if you aggro him, can you just run him through this trap? Or like what happens?
I don't know. I would assume so, but it looks like a hunter trap.
If you could poly this other guy, that would be splendid. Oh, you love to see it.
Yeah, got crits for days.
It is much less stressful doing this where you actually do the trap and shit and you're not having to like try and run around like while he's padding and stuff where it's like all like
Yeah, he's a shite.
super short window of time to pull it all off. Okay, I'm just gonna tank this here.
Banish.
He fucking resisted my mind control and then banished me.
Wow.
Absolute chode.
Ayo.
Yo. How's Trippy around?
Just we're OP Moonkin tanking it, dude.
Did you guys schlep a rope for it or no?
We're full.
Yeah.
We're almost done. You can. So I tried doing this. Someone was trying to get in a group after, and they were having an issue with the lockout. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get the buffs,
Oh, me?
yeah,
Hell yeah, brother.
yeah. I mean, you could head here and just get. I think you can come and get the buffs after we're done anyway.
Okay, the little of course. I guess it locked in a good time.
Yeah, we're probably.
So, I already have Ani. Should I go?
Ooh, good question. You already have Ani. You did it backwards, dude.
I know I did it backwards. I didn't know I was getting on. Who would expect
You
they're
really
getting on?
cocked this one up, Jay.
At a time, Corey. That is enough. Okay.
Yeah.
You just got here and you already have enough.
I logged on earlier, called Corey's abuse, and I had to go cry for a couple of hours. Now I'm back. And he's still here.
Do
I'll get on you again tomorrow. It's fine. It's fine. Listen, I forget predictions, but I'm joining another guild anyway, so I shouldn't have this issue.
Smart. We're gonna ban you from the server.
Oh my god. Alright. Camohake, here I come. Mojake. How's the night been going for you lads?
So far so good, dude. Just ran some strat. We Moonkin tank some strat undead. Ryan take the live side. I take the undead side.
Wow, very nice. Ryan wasn't in for the undead, huh?
No, he said it was past his bedtime.
Wake up at 6 in the morning. It's past my bedtime.
Wow, what an idiot. I have to wake up at 6 in the morning too. It's called dedication, you know?
Yeah.
To the
That's
kill.
some good soup right there.
So I guess that means that we're making Jay Guildmaster.
Fuck, I wouldn't be.
That's what the people want.
Okay, you guys stay here. Stay here. Don't come up. Because every time I do this, people pull this fucking group on the right.
How do you guys get past the,
Oh, you know what? Fuck,
The
dude. I
last
didn't
guy
bring the
found Rome.
bomb. Fuck. Oh. I didn't bring the Sephorium charge. I forgot about that. Oh, wait. No, because we have to kill the guard to get it.
do you guys want me to pull the last guy for you?
No, we have this stuff for the ogre suit.
Okay.
Shit, dude, but I don't have that.
What do we need the bomb for?
To get through this next door. Or you need the key, but I think...
This is the key that I can open.
God damn it.
I pulled them. Just like Austin wanted.
Good job.
Alright, we got him this time, boys.
Kind of muting.
Yeah, we can get Jay in here. Corey can tank or heal, and then I can just make my way here on my hunter to get that sweet loot.
We could do that.
And then Loopy will still be here to get the buffs.
Are you fine doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do that thing. Jay, can you head here?
I'm flying there right now.
Alright, fuck yeah. That was really dumb of me to not think of everything else except for that. Which I have those literally sitting in my bank for the sole purpose of running this. Am I nubbing it up? I definitely nubbed it up there. Should have remembered that.
You can also just hold the ogre suit too, since I know how to do this again.
Yeah.
Ooh, you see Rancid's trying to fight you? He wants your talisman, dude.
Yeah, he was kind of confusing me. Here, you want to kick him and invite Loopy, Corey? Or invite Jay, I mean.
Invite Loopy,
No.
I was talking to him and he's like, yeah, yeah, Loppy Flop.
They're the same people, guys.
Wait, what?
Zoom
Yeah.
or Trixie, right?
I think we need zoomers for the door, right?
Yeah. Bet your ass you do.
Well, we don't need you per se.
Whoa, easy, Corey. Let's not throw things around that we don't mean. Alright, I'm almost there. I swear.
Come on, Daddy.
Papagino. We gotta do this shit fast. If I don't get Rallying Cry the Dragon Slayer tomorrow, I at least want an hour on it.
Fast.
It'd be so nice if we could clear Moon Core in an hour. Just like from a buff standpoint.
And then you just log out so you have all of your buffs for the next week.
Or half of them.
You double up, dude.
No sunflower.
I really just want to get to 2 hours, so like running with a flask is like not a waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we swap me in before you pull the boss?
Huh?
Can we swap me into the group before you guys pull the boss? Because the barbarous blade, some pretty good loot.
I think.
Beggars can't be choosers, dude.
Hey, you bitch motherfucker.
Thank you.
I made it all the way there.
Oh, you wanna be a barbarous boy, huh?
First he asks for the barbarous. What's next? Brutality blade? This guy wants everything.
Where do we draw the line?
Oh, the humanity.
Delete my druid. Time to start over for sure. Might as well just delete my account, dude, while I'm at it.
Okay, just landed, by the way.
So here's my plan for raid tomorrow. So we raid tomorrow.
Wait, can we just do this in a raid group?
I guess everyone has different server times. So, but it's 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Whatever time that is for any of you guys. But we're getting DM buffs right now.
I saw one of those.
I won't be on really at all prior to raid, so I'm gonna.
Hey, my auction for a Frostmail Echo sold.
I'm gonna log in and be able to get Ani. So I'm gonna have DM buffs and I'm gonna have Ani buff, and then we're gonna have Greater Arcane Elixirs, and then I have a shitload of demonic runes and mana potions. So I won't have Flask. Oh, I also have Nightfin Suit. I won't have Flask, but that's the only buff that I really like won't have. And I won't have Songflower, but Songflower is only an hour long, so like last time when I did it, I only had it for like Lucifron and like Magmadar, and like it was like finishing right. So it's like I had it for like the first 3 bosses, so it wasn't really that worth it.
You know, we do.
Until we get like quicker on like that early trash, if we're doing it really fast.
It's taking me far longer to get there. I'm not sure why.
But so we'll see. I think I'll be able to push some decent numbers hopefully tomorrow. I've been parsing decently, but it's kind of brutal without the trinket and with no spell damage weapon. It's hard to parse that high. I think if I can get those 2 things, I'll be doing a lot of damage compared to other balanced druids. Salvage the Shaman tank, dude. I'll do it at some point.
Driving then.
Whenever I'll get to a lull at some point in Classic on my druid where there's just like no content for me to do outside of raids or like PvP, and I'll eventually get my Shaman up. I do want to tank, like try the Shaman tanking thing, especially because that, what's it called, like the blood mail set.
I'm gonna head to Black Mountain and log later, guys.
Later.
See you, bye.
Mark.
Later, dude.
Later.
But the blood mail set is like itemized well. Is there a way to see like? Oh yeah, nice. Dodge chance.
Oh, Philnack.
And then just stats. And then hit chance. Then your set bonus is set to chance to parry 1%, defense by 3, 15 resistances. So like that's a good like basis of gear. I don't know. I can see it being decent.
Austin, isn't he one of your friends?
Yeah, me and Felonk and Strava all went to high school together.
Your high school friends are super lame.
Mm-hmm.
You should never raid with them.
And you should feel bad.
Actually, technically, I think Brian's my only friend that's in the raid still. My high school friend.
your only friend?
Yeah.
He's right though.
not friends with you because I choose to not be friends with you. Shut up, Corey.
So I'm gonna start putting together too like a wish list or like
There's a rogue out here.
Abyss balance list for once Blackwing layers out.
221 honor.
So like everything in combination between Molten Core and BWO
Freak, yeah.
to go through. I think it'll be dude, I'm so hyped.
I love how every priest needs pants, I guess.
If I can
right? That's your, well, I mean, two best item.
if I can get some of this gear, I feel like I'll be able to pop off pretty hard.
It's actually because like
I already have some Black Lotuses saved up for flasks, but I want us to get under a 2-hour clear time before I do that. But I think when I do that and then get world buffs, I think I'll be able to parse like 95 percentile plus probably. I have a couple of fights that I parse like that now, and I don't even have the trinket in that in the weapon. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Gotta love the underdog fight, right? It's pretty tilting that none of the tier sets outside of tier 2.5 are like itemized at all for any spec other than healing. It's really annoying.
I hate hyenas so much.
Like at least Valor is okay for DPSing. It's not great, but at least it's okay. What about Priest?
This time for real, guys.
Damage and healing, damage and healing,
You guys?
damage and healing, damage and healing. What?
No, right?
Dude, the Pally tier is literally full damage and healing. The 5 set is 47. What? Paladins have better Boomkin gear than Boomkins? That's pretty retarded. What's Priests? Priest is kind of in the same boat, looks like, right? It's all healing. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Did you guys kill the eyes?
We did, but they might have respawned. You can kill them. You just run up and auto attack them once.
Okay. Do you know how long I have about to kill them?
Like 9 seconds.
It's gonna be kinda really close.
Are you joking? They have like 18 health.
You also might just be able to kick their cast.
I think my kick would kill them if they have 18 health.
Oh, perfect.
Like, rank 1 kick.
Yeah, see, like even like Shamans have at least a handful of their pieces that are hybrid where you could definitely use them. And it's like outside of the tier 2 chest piece has crit. That's it.
I'm pretty sure we can just make it a raid group, guys, and I can come in.
I'm pretty sure you can't.
Yeah, how can you do Ubers in a raid group?
Oh, the feet have crit too.
That way.
These might be not bad. It might be worth rocking like these and the chest maybe. I don't know, dude. You lose a lot.
Almost guarantee I know the least, so.
I was gonna say to try and get the 3 set bonus on like a longer fight.
Just try it, Corey.
Are we brave enough?
Like go waste.
What's gonna happen? It's gonna kick you
I
out.
don't know, man. That'd be a hard call. Maybe though. If mana's really an issue, I guess it's irrelevant, right? It doesn't matter how much damage it's reducing. If you're going before the fight ends, it's going to be significantly less like that. Let's see. I'm stoked. I'm excited to try out some of this different stuff and just have 2 raids full of options. Okay, let's get back to this.
Leaving up shit.
Mine was an auto yes, so I still have a choice. I can break this top.
Are you ready?
Yeah, in my hands. You can still move.
Yes.
You can still move your soft res away from the tier 2 pants, Connor.
He's He's got all the chips. Do we kill these guys? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens? You don't run this place for a little while and you just start going crazy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you sap that guy?
Which one? The one right in front of us?
Triangle. Triangle.
Yeah, let me try.
Ready, set, go.
Okay.
Look at this chump, doesn't even have improved sap.
Yeah. I'd have to be an idiot to have brute sap. If you want me to have it, I mean, I can have it, but...
That Starfire stun, baby.
Get some real value out of that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the kidney. World star, baby.
World star, by the way.
Aha.
Aha, dude.
Aha, dude.
Okay, Dan.
You guys ready? I got the pull on this.
Yeah.
Okay, on this part, what we're gonna do is we gotta hug the corner of this room.
This one right here.
No, you want to do the right? No, do the left side.
I like going to the left side.
Okay, goddamn. Okay, we run to the left side. Okay, all right.
Oh my god, Jay. Okay.
What do you want me to pull him from over here? I don't care. I'll do whatever.
Yeah, let's do that because we're gonna run to the left side. The left side's safer is like to run to.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so come stand on me right here, all the way against this wall, all the way in the corner. Okay, then don't move at all until I say, and then you're gonna follow me, and we're gonna run basically through the hallway, not the way we came, the opposite way. Yeah, go.
Okay.
So dumb.
Fucking pterodactyls. Oh my god.
Go, 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 go!
Oh fuck, I'm actually losing. I'm dead.
Oh my god, dude.
He stunned me right away. First hit, run, fast. Oh my
Alright.
fucking god.
Let's get the hunter in here.
Oh yeah. Fuck that guy.
You can, Jay, just run back and res.
That was really unlucky, okay?
Why'd you like sit in the corner that long?
I didn't know if the pull was the same over there. I didn't know if he was gonna come around the corner the same way they did on the other side.
Okay. Here,
I thought it'd be fine to sprint, but he like literally hit the second that I sprint and then stunned me. Or dazed me or whatever.
okay, Dan, we're gonna run through here. Here, can you, actually we can pull right here is okay. No, we have to run through because of the fear. That's right. When we get around the corner, can you mind control the diamond?
Yep.
Okay. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna open up here and then run. I'm going. Can you go ahead and mind control? You mind control him?
Oh, I got feared and then I'm off.
Oh, just die over there. Die. Just die right there in the middle. Sorry, Corey. I was...
Holy shit, Austin, you have 6,000 health.
Can you resheep that?
Oh. You fucking comboed me.
Did you get like badged at the end there? Because I thought I got the cheap up.
We should be okay. We can keep it cheap. I can battle res you. I just don't want to try and do it right now while this guy's on me.
me with 2 melee swings and a shadow shock in like 1 instant. Very cool.
Wow, dude, resist.
If we get tarnished stealth agreement, the other wants to buy it.
No, I'm getting it.
Okay.
What do you think this is?
For how much?
For free, bitch.
Hell no.
I got you guys that far.
Yeah, you couldn't know without me.
No more OP Moonkin tank? It was still relatively OP. It was shitty. He got, so the priest, the rogue died in that last one, and the priest got feared into these guys. God. Hey, these dogs I think are gonna aggro over to us. Just wait a second. And drink up just in case we pull them. Yeah, that was super close. That's why you always like book it to this corner right away. I don't think Strava's done this before, so I don't think he knew that. And I think he was DPSing or something, standing over here, and he got feared. If you run all the way in, they usually don't fear until you get over here. I don't know how he got feared so early.
No! Oh my god, I was so close on both hyena packs there. Holy shit. Love League of Legends.
Are you playing League too?
No, I'm not. That's just what people say in League of Legends. Never heard that? I love League of Legends.
Yeah.
The eyes are back, by the way. So you think I can just...
You should be good to get him now if you just stick to the side of the fire so we don't pull the hyenas. Tremor Totem? I know, right? Tremor Totem's still not even like that great or reliable because it's pulse on it's like what, 3 seconds?
I could see that like chat notification from the high all the way over here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you kill it?
Yeah, I got it. It is definitely faster than 8 seconds, though.
Yeah, but it doesn't cast right away, right? Like
I definitely have to unstealth as I'm coming up to them.
yeah,
Otherwise
they
my
see
stealth
through
walk-
through
Yeah.
stealth.
I'm just saying, so my stealth walk up to them is like really way too fucking long. Oh god. Okay, both of them are dead.
We'll wait for you on the little corner to the side. So just do the distract or whatever and run around him the other way.
Yeah.
The captain guy or whatever.
Big boy.
Big boy.
Oh, yeah.
You can see you guys obviously successfully did not pull this room. It's nice.
That was definitely Loopy.
Loppy, yeah.
Yeah, Loppy flop pulled all this shit on the other side.
Yeah, he flopped it out there. Just pulled everything as usual.
He's a real flopper.
Magnetic dong.
Damn that magnetic dog. It's large girth.
Very impressive.
Oh, you're looking that way, idiot. I'm over here. I'm over here, idiot.
How does he do it?
Oh, little buff. Yeah, since I lost my last one.
Okay, let's hug this left side of the wall right here, Dan.
Who's that, the pupper
And then
dog?
hug this left side. We killed the dog, so there's no pat.
No, we have a dog with us. I think it's Red Cully's dog.
doggo.
Oh yeah. Whoa, what is that? Warg pup? Okay, you guys ready?
Kill the big guy, right?
Yeah, just bird the big guy. Going, 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 going.
Oh, I must have sleep or some shit.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
I'm gonna let you tank that since you mind blast.
Here we go. Combine the top and bottom half. Okay. Oh yeah, top half of the volume. I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what this is?
It's for
Yeah,
the
for
armor
formula
smithing
blacksmithing.
shit. Oh, got it, noobs. We can roll for the potions.
Oh, I don't need them. There's major mana. Fuck.
I like
We got anything decent?
Put that in guild so Loopy could see it. I'm assuming you want to try and get the ogre chest piece, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, let's roll for the mana potions if you want them.
Very impressive rolls.
Wait, how many did I get?
We were on anything else or?
There's 5 in there?
Yeah.
You guys can, I'll pass on the other stuff. I don't need any of that. If you guys want to roll for the leave the mail chest piece though.
The ogre forged.
Yeah, so that Loopy can come back in.
Okay, we're rolling on girdle. Eat.
Alright.
Not bad. First successful
Okay, Strava.
Moonkin
That's it.
DM tribute run.
Legs.
Here's for another 90 plus.
It's one more dungeon down for the count of dungeons I need to test out. This was actually one of the easier ones, honestly.
Do we just ship
Tribute's kind of difficult if everyone's not on the same page regarding like the strat anyway. But none of the mobs, at least in here, are like spell immune or anything. The mechanics of this were actually pretty simple.
make sure you talk to little baby ogre here, Mizzle the crafty.
Okay, so we got to... I'm trying to run real quick and grab these buffs. And then I'm going to hearth... I don't know if Rid's going to be down here quick enough to give me a port to org. That'd probably still be faster. Port to org, and then we're going to log. And then I'm going to try and log back in later to get the Ani buff. And then we're going to raid log. Guard Fengus. Mark him so everyone can find him. I don't need that buff, but just grab it while we're at it. But I'm excited. I'm curious to see. Like I'm pretty decked out with the exception of those couple pieces I'm missing. So I'm curious to see how we do with world buffs this week. Should be interesting. I'm already parsing in the top 10 on my server. And like decent on some fights like overall between like all the servers, but it's really hard to compete when people have the trinket and the weapons. It's like it's just night and day like difference regarding damage output.
Spell. Let's go.
I'll need that shitty there. Grab the health buff. Hey, Rid, how far in are you? Are you able to give me a port to Ogrimmar?
Sure, I'm just passing Fangus now.
Okay.
Wait, can we all port potentially?
You better hurry up.
Yeah,
Is
no.
Fengus the guy in the middle or the last guy?
Middle.
Fangus is the guy in the middle. The
I'm about
like
15.
flash room.
I'm like 15 seconds behind you.
Time is of the essence, dude.
I know. I'm aware of that.
Why is time of the essence?
Because the buffs, bro.
Really need to maximize, dude. Every minute of 3% crit matters, you know?
It's true. Crit matters.
So true. So true.
Although, I think if I get Ani again, I think I'm pretty close to crit capping myself.
What do you mean crit cap? Like you have 100% crit?
Because I'm fucking sick. What?
Rid, what are you doing? Come on.
Wait, don't come
What? I'm buying alcohol from this.
Okay.
The last guy's down this pit, right?
Yeah, in the middle. Over by us, kind of.
Why didn't you guys go around then?
I was following Rid.
Buying alcohol.
That fine gentleman.
Why is he young?
Don't ask questions. Damn, I'm
Don't want to know the answer.
healthy as frick now, dude. Alright, thank you, my lords, my ladies.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I'll talk to you. I'll see you guys tomorrow for raid.
Alright, peace out.
See ya. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off of stream as well, guys. Thanks for those of you guys that hung out. I appreciate it. I will most likely turn my stream on for raid tomorrow. So if any of you guys are interested in seeing the raid, that should be up. I'm leaning towards doing it, so plan on that if you guys are interested in checking it out. But thanks again for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night.